Hi guys, and welcome to my next video. I'm Coach Becca, and today we are going to be focused on posture, specifically in the upper back and neck regions. Upper neck would be your head. So the upper back and neck, so posture, spine, supporting the spine, making sure the spine's nice and mobile. And then of course a little bit of that will also entail like the lower back. So kind of the upper torso or for my Anchorman fans out there, the upper dorsimus. And to do that, we will be using a resistance band. So if you have a resistance band at home, mine has 2 handles. You might also have the stretch cord kind where you can tie them in knots and anchor them. That's fine. I'll be using this archway here to anchor my band to. So you're just going to want to be able to anchor this for later in the workout. There's some substitutions you can use, but that really is kind of key today for some of our upper dorsimus, our upper back posture exercises. And then we'll also be doing core engagement today. So if this is a posture and core workout, this really hits home for a lot of my athletes, specifically because cycling in general requires a lot of poor posture in order to maintain a aerodynamic position, which is counterintuitive for swimming, and the sport of triathlon, which I coach and participate in, really requires a lot of mobility in the upper body, which is counterindicated in the cycling then. So the swimming and the biking in triathlon are a big reason why we should make sure we incorporate posture, spine, and of course always core work. I am a coach, if you haven't gathered that. So this workout is for my remote athletes and close friends and family members. So if you're just tuning in, welcome, but I will take a very coach and teacher approach to the workout today. You're going to get a great session, a great workout, but you should know that it's not going to be a ground and pound type session. This is a supportive injury prevention type session that you could go and do a walk, a run, a swim, a bike afterwards and still be completely fine. So our effort level today is moderate, and my goal is to fit this workout into about 20 to 25 minutes. So it's not going to interrupt your day too much. I know that was a long intro, but there was a lot of backdrop that I really needed to get to. So thanks for doing all that with me. All right, so let's get started with posture. So a lot of people work at a desk, right? So they're really crunched over, or they're driving, or they're looking at their cell phone. So even young athletes that I work with have really, really poor posture. So this is something that all ages can benefit from. And if you're out there and someone's told you that you had poor posture, or even have kind of a fancy term, kyphosis, don't worry. This is common in the entire population. This is why I'm doing a session on it. So let's address some of the flexibility and mobility issues associated with poor posture. All right, so let's go ahead and get onto the ground, and we're gonna start on, this is my dog Red, and he loves the fireplace, so he will be featured today. I'm sure of it. So we're gonna start with a little bit of stretching to begin. My favorite stretch for like the arm area is a little bit complex, so I'm starting with kind of a difficult one, but I hope that you'll track with me. So what we're gonna do is extend one arm out to the side. Okay, and I'll kind of go at an angle so you can see, and lay on the side. So this is to stretch out our bicep, which gets really tight and kind of can assist in pulling us forward along with the chest. So you're gonna slide one arm out. You're just gonna lay flat, and this might be a good enough stretch here. Okay. You could also just pop this back leg up. Now let me show you what that looks like on the other side. So you just keep holding that stretch, and this is what I'm doing. So that hand is just, all right, it's directly behind my shoulder, and I'm breathing into that chest bicep stretch. Of course, you've got the classic tricep and shoulder stretch, which you see a lot of people doing kind of mindlessly, but this stretch is probably one of the only like static, passive upper body stretches that I actually enjoy and find productive. We're holding it for a good long time because it takes a little while to get into. And like I said, you might just be here or even here if you need to. All right, so let's do a minute stretch on the other side, since it's kind of a lot of work to get into. All right, so you're going to extend the hand. Roll onto your side. You can keep that leg just bent in front of you if you need to, stacked or pulled behind you. Hope you can hear me with my microphone here. Okay, and then we just breathe into that stretch. And I forgot to mention this on the other side. You can also bend this elbow for a deeper or different stretch, but I like to just kind of keep it here. Take some deep breaths. Try to relax that nervous system. I wanted a nice long stretch here to begin. One more deep breath. Great. Let's slowly come out of that one. My arms are pretty tight, so I can definitely feel that. All right, so that was a nice stretch for the upper body. Let's move into just kind of like neck, upper back. I can't say that without laughing now. And spine mobility. They're all very related, okay? So again, if this feels like a position that you're in a lot looking at your computer or on your phone, we're just going to try to open that up and kind of try to engage these kind of like your back shoulder blade muscles, okay? And one of my favorite exercises to do that and just maybe increase our awareness with that is the half Superman. Okay, so our arm's going to be at 90 degrees and we're going to lay on our stomach. We're actually going to keep our feet on the ground for this one. And as a bonus, this is a way to kind of strengthen some of these posterior chain muscles and open up the front, the anterior muscles. So you're going to look at the ground. Try to keep your neck neutral. What we don't want to do is crank on the neck even more. So by looking down at the ground and then just kind of as we lift our entire torso to lift our chin, okay? We're not cranking on our neck at all, okay? So keep that chin neutral. And if you need a reminder of that, just kind of tuck that little chin down. Start with your nose on the ground, elbows 90 degrees. Squeeze or engage the buttocks like you've got a $100 bill. Squeeze it between your butt cheeks. Engage the stomach muscles and then just lift your torso. Keep the eyes neutral. Come back down. And the whole time we're squeezing between the shoulder blades here. Again, lift. Squeeze those shoulder blades lower. Let's do 10 more. Inhale, exhale. Keep those shoulder blades engaged right here. Boom. Squeeze those shoulder blades. There's 4. And it's okay if your movement's really little. You might be down here. That's okay. Trust me, after a long bike ride on my time trial bike, that's about where I'm at. Okay, we're going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, don't stress that neck now, and 1. Great. Okay, so let's come into all fours position and work a little bit on that spine mobility that I keep mentioning, okay? So different parts of your spine have different jobs. You've got support, which is a big one, but we also have the ability to rotate through that thoracic spine, and that makes up kind of that middle portion of your back. And then you've got the cervical spine, okay, whose main job, of course, is to support your head, but of course you can look side to side as well. So we're going to work on some rotational aspects of the spine and spine mobility. So we'll start with a really simple one. I'll turn and face you here. And it's just going to be a really gentle movement through that kind of cervical spine and neck area. We're going to look down. We're going to tilt our head to the side while looking just straight ahead. We're going to tilt our head the other way. And this should just feel like good. And then we're going to look right without putting any strain, just twisting as far as we're able, and then left. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more rounds of that, and that's it. So we're going to look down. We're going to tilt. I'm sorry if I say left and my head's going right because it's inverse. And then the other way. Just 5 to 10 seconds. We're just going to kind of keep things fluid here is the goal. Neutral, okay? And then we're just going to look as far as we can to the right without feeling any strain or pressure. Then to the other side. We're just keeping things moving. We're just kind of oiling up those joints. One more time now. Great work. Now we'll come on to all fours and kind of build on that one. Okay, so we're going to go just a little bit lower from the cervical spine now. And we're going to work on the thoracic spine. And hopefully you're okay with all the kneeling exercises I'm doing. I should mention that you can always do this seated, or you can place the pillow under the knees if you need to. Okay, so we're going to tie this one into the breath quite a bit. All right, so what we're going to do is inhale and just reach through or thread the needle. My knees are stacked over my hips, my hand under my shoulder. Okay, and what I'm going to do is thread that needle, sitting back, reaching as far as I can, and then coming up, reaching towards the ceiling. Okay, and this is just smoothing out the ability to rotate through that middle back. Let me show you what it looks like from your angle here so you can see it really well. Slide that hand out. You'll get a nice little stretch here in the lats and kind of maybe even the tricep if that feels really tight. And this hand can slide out and slide back in. Okay, just want to make things fluid and stretch everything. All right, so let's do 8 really strong reps on each side. Really tie this one into the breath to get the most out of each side of the T-spine rotation, as these are called. Here we go. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Wonderful. That just feels great. Inhale. And exhale. And as a bonus, inhale. When you're in this position, your lower back just gets kind of a mild stretch, kind of like a little mini child's pose. It's kind of a secondary. Just take your time with it. We don't want to rush these. We're really listening to our bodies and just saying, hey, what do I need? What feels good? How far can I go? How far should I go? Let's do 2 more now. One more. I always found this to be a really key exercise with swimmers. Still do. Okay. Let's just take a minute. That one took a lot to get through. We're kind of in the cat-cow position here, but we're not going to do cat-cow today, as strange as that might seem. But here we go. Other side. I thread the hand through. We're going to do 8 on the other side now. Hand up. Can give my little doggo a little love while we're here. He has to be a part of every workout I do, whether I'm on my bike. This time of year, I'm doing a lot of indoor training, so he's right next to me on the bike. He'll get his head right in there. He always tries to walk underneath my bicycle through the frame while I'm pedaling. Never ends well. Same with the treadmill. Tries to hop right in there. One time, we're halfway through these, by the way. One time, my little dog, who you saw briefly at the beginning, jumped on the treadmill with me, and there's a wall behind it, and he never jumped on the treadmill again. It's not funny, but for those of you that are pet owners, you know. All right, 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, and just kind of feeling that light lower back stretch we're getting here is a little bonus. All this spine work is going to help that lower back. Great. Okay, now that we've done a nice mobility and flexibility introduction, half the workout, to kind of the neck and upper torso, we're going to do a little bit of work with the band. I will anchor the band here, but I want to just start with one where you don't need to anchor at all. Okay, so grab each handle. Okay, and this one's just really nice. If you've ever done a lat pull down in the gym, which is one of my favorite exercises, we're essentially going to do that with the band, okay? So you're just going to want to wrap the band up until you feel a good amount of tension with your arms up in a wide position. And we're just going to pull down right to the chest, okay? And what we're doing here is just strength training these muscles here, kind of like your lats. Right between those shoulder blades is where you really kind of want to engage or focus in on feeling, okay? So from the side, we're going to start right here up a Y angle. And if you're really tight and you really feel pretty rounded forward, you might be starting here. So just try to really focus on opening up the front of your body as much as you're able to with where your body's at today, okay? And we're going to pull down in front of us. If you're able to, if it's available to you, then we'll do one behind, okay? Here we go. So let's do 10 of these, 10 more of these. There's 10. Always coming back up every time. 9, and 8. You want to feel those shoulder blades kind of winging out and then pulling towards the spine. Just picture that in your head. Really engaging with our body, really connecting to the joints, to the bones, the ligaments, muscles, tendons. That's how I feel like you're going to get the most out of your workout. You can just stay in front too if you need to. You can just keep it here and just picture that pull down. Let's do one more in the front and the back. I know I said 10 and we actually did 12, but that's okay. A little extra. We can all afford to be a little extra. All right, and now we'll specifically kind of focus on that shoulder blade area. This one's really great if you feel particularly protruded or rounded forward, okay? So you might need to go just a little bit tighter on this one, okay? And all you're going to do is pull the band apart, okay? Here's what it looks like from the side. And you're pulling so that you feel right between those shoulder blades. Okay, you might have done a couple with me there, but let's do 10 together. Avoid sneaking up here. Squeeze those shoulder blades, relax. Not like you're pushing your chest out, but you have a proud chest while you do these, all right? Good. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, let's anchor the band. So loop one handle through the other. If you got one of the tying options, you know, just get creative with that. This is kind of like what you want to have here. Okay, we're going to do a simple single arm row. If you want to work on your balance a little bit, go ahead and stand in the split stance position and just pull the band. Make sure it's anchored well, because I have seen, I've worked at gyms for many years, something disconnect and snap somebody right in the face. So please don't do that. And you're just going to pull that handle right to the armpit. That's it. Let's do 10 together. You might have done a couple for my demos, and that's fine. We're focused on really great quality movements here. There's 1, 2. You might just get a little bit of rotation here through the spine, and that's great. A little bit of core engagement for a single arm row. Love that. Here's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Other side. I'm just going to demo too. So again, we're just kind of turning here, holding the handle, neutral grip. Let's do 10 together now. 10. Maybe you're just feeling that light pinch through those obliques. 9. Getting a little bit of that rotational core work in, rotating through the spine. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Now we'll do a little bit of core training. You want nice tension on the band, okay? And again, you want to be strongly anchored here. Your feet are going to be just wider than shoulder width apart, and you're going to start with the band right at your sternum, right in the middle of your chest. Holding with both hands, so you got one hand, cup the other hand on top of that. Squeeze the glutes like you've got a $100 bill back there. Squeeze it tight. Okay, take a deep breath in. Exhale and hold that weight, and you'll feel that right here in the midsection. We're going to hold for 15 seconds. So I've got a clock in front of me. I'm watching. Squeeze and hold. The further out that you stand, the harder it's going to be, or the tighter the band. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Now you're going to turn around, but I'm going to stay facing you so that you're not just staring at my butt. So now switch sides for me. Other side, and go. 15 seconds. Think kind of tall through the spine here, but soft through the knees. Great work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Very simple standing core exercise that you can do that really works the deep layers of your trunk. It's called a Palloff press hold. Now, We held for 15 seconds like an isometric, kind of like a plank. Now we'll do 10 push and pulls or 10 pal off presses. So go ahead and start back on your side. I'm obviously going to do both sides or stand on my one side, but we're going to do 10 per side. So start with the band here, just like you did for the holds. You're going to squeeze the glutes, press out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, work that core, 2, and 1. Great job. Now you'll turn and switch sides. I guess you can kind of see, okay, that way I'm not uneven. Okay, we'll do the other side. 10, 9, 8. I don't have to go back after the workout and even my sides out. I'm kind of neurotic like that. Typical personal trainer, but I think you do the same thing. You know how that feels. Keep squeezing. We'll go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great exercise for the core. Both of those, both the static hold and the press. Wonderful exercises. All right, this last one that we're going to do with the anchored band is a little bit more challenging, so you might need a lighter band or to just step closer to your anchor point. Now, here's the important piece, since I'm not there in person to correct you, and I would always do this in person with my clients or my classes. If the band is anchored, you're going to reach across your body and grab the band with your outside arm. So we're not doing a chest fly. So if you are doing this, stop, cross your body, grab the weight from across. We're going to open an imaginary door across the body, okay? 10 per side. 10, 9, my favorite posture exercise. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Done with a nice straight arm there. Let's switch sides. We'll see if you can get a good view of me here. Okay, same thing. 10 horizontal abductions, or I just call these open the door. 2, 3. I start most of my workouts this way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm so sorry. I did 12. Go back with me. We'll do 12 on the other side. 11 and 12. I am so sorry. It has been one of those days. If you couldn't tell, I'm training at night tonight, so my brain is a little fried. Okay, we are going to finish with my favorite core exercise. This is a core stability exercise, and since we're really focused on opening the front of the body and strengthening the back of the body, that's how we improve one way we improve our posture, along with the mobility, of course, is engaging, doing core movements that don't further crunch us up forward. That's why sit-ups have a bad reputation, because you do sit-ups and you're kind of compounding. They're not a bad exercise. They engage your core, right? But they kind of pull you further into this ball. So we're going to do my favorite core exercise that opens up our body, and it utilizes hip extension. So we're just going to open up the hips. And again, tight hips are a big reason why we get pulled forward. So it kind of touches on the hips as well. All right. All right. Red is really comfortable here, but we're going to slide him over, which I thought we would do. So I gave myself lots of room. Okay. So it's the dead bug and the glute bridge, our last two exercises of the day to engage our core and open up our hips. Arms are going to start right over our shoulders. We're going to pull our legs up. We're going to extend our left arm overhead and our left leg out. We're going to bring it back together. We're going to do 10 on this side. Here we go. Left arm overhead, left leg extends. 1. We do that at the same time. Arm touches the floor, heel touches the floor. Touch the knuckles, touch the heel. That's it. Left side only. Open up. Exhale, close. Here we go. For 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Great job. Right side now. Right knuckle touches the floor over your head. Right heel touches the ground. Bring it all back to the start position. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Great for your coordination too. 5, great core stability. 6, 7, great for the hips. 8, you might feel that hip opening and closing. I know I can. 9 and 10. Good. All right. Arms on the ground or arms on your dog. Okay, hips flat, knees bent. They can be a little further out if you need to. Drive the hips up, lower the hips down. Here we go. We will do 12 this time. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and hold the hips up here. Take a deep breath. And we are going to do just one more set of these glute bridges here. I really wanted to get our workout done in 25 minutes, but I think doing a second set of these is really important. I know, Red. All right, here we go. Lower down. You might feel the glutes a lot now. And we'll do one last set of 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right. Thanks for joining me on today's core and posture workout. Now, all of these exercises are gentle enough where you could easily do a second set of each of them. I wanted to run you through my go-to, I won't call them physical therapy exercises, but they're excellent at-home remedies for those of you that are experiencing a weaker core, tight hips, maybe undertrained glutes from being seated a lot, or really, really exhausted glutes from overtraining a lot, as well as simple exercises that you can do at home that are mild enough that you could do, you could do this workout once in the morning, once in the evening. You could go stop here and do it one more time through. As you get to know these exercises, you can do them by heart. 2 sets of 10 to 12 is my go-to when I write this workout out and prescribe it to my athletes. I just want to congratulate you on taking time out of your day to improve your health, your posture, and your core. I know I talked a lot today. It was one of those days for me. There's a lot going on. I'm sure you guys can relate. So thanks again for joining me. We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to smash the like button because it makes me feel like there's people listening to me out there. And give me a comment below on what you want me to post next week. All right, guys, stay warm, be well, and have a great rest of your evening.